Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying all these podcast episodes. Today's going to be another one of those shorter episodes. We're going to bring a little bit of fire for you here today. So hopefully I'm launching this, releasing this on a Friday so we can actually hold true to the Friday fire. So guys, as you know, one of the first things I always want to do is make sure that you comment, leave some feedback, and make sure you share these podcast episodes to help inspire people on their journey to become successful in real estate. Okay, guys, today, let's keep it tight. Let's keep it short. Today is all about documenting the journey. There's, and I believe this term was probably I first heard it from, and probably was popularized for those, some of you are aware, Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V, fantastic. If you ever want to get a kick in the backside or a shot in the arm, make sure you check out Gary V. Gary's got some incredible insights. And I think I first heard this term from him about documenting the journey. And I said, what a wonderful way to share, sharing the process of becoming a successful real estate investor. So guys, and I work with coaching clients across the country. I work with people that are just buying their first places. I also work with people that are, scaling large portfolios. And there always comes a little bit of a fear around getting on camera, a little bit of a fear about sharing your message, a little bit of fear around essentially documenting the message, documenting the journey. Now, and here's one of the things that I firmly believe. One of the reasons why people get a little bit of a fear about just even documenting the journey. Now, here's what, if you are not familiar with this term, here's what it means. Essentially what you're doing is you're taking a video camera or your phone and you're just sharing insights of things that you're learning. And you're just sharing the actions that you're taking. You're just sharing, here's maybe a meeting I had. And you're just sharing, here's what a day in the life looks like of what I'm doing within this context of building a portfolio of real estate properties. Okay. Invariably, what happens, a lot of people will sit there and go, well, geez, this is kind of boring. Who would ever want to watch me just shoot a video about after a meeting I have with a mortgage broker? Or who would ever want to watch me shoot a video after I just watched a YouTube video talking about inflation and deflation? Or I just heard an inspiring interview about somebody who went through some crisis and how real estate was such a wonderful vehicle to help. Who would want to watch me share that message? Okay, now, one of the reasons why people have a little bit of fear and people just don't shoot the puck and just don't do it is because your focus is a little bit on the wrong, let's put it this way, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're actually focusing on what you can get out of this. You're focusing on what business will come from this. You're focusing on, well, how can I position this so I can actually get lots of views and likes and shares, and it'll get more people wanting to do a joint venture with me. That's why people will sit there going, well, geez, nobody wants to listen to me. And, maybe I'm just not that interesting. So think about it from this context is, let's take it 3 generations from now. So your great grandchildren. Either would it be great or great grandchildren? Let's just take it 3 generations from now. Okay. And let's say you did the work and you built a portfolio of real estate properties. And, eventually maybe they became free and clear. And you built this legacy that you were able to hand down to the kids, which then hand down to the grandkids, which then would be able to hand down to the great grandkids. You built this nest egg and this asset of real estate investment assets that will provide your family legacy with wealth and freedom and choices to come. Okay. Now let's say your great grandchildren are sitting there and looking and going, wow, we have these wonderful opportunities to go travel, and we have these wonderful opportunities for education. We have all these wonderful opportunities for being able to do this. I am so grateful that great grandma and great granddad or somebody put a stake in the ground and they decided to invest in real estate way back in 2020, during the heart of a coronavirus and during a pandemic. And they stood up and they had courage and they did that. Oh my goodness, I am so honored and I'm so lucky that great granddad and great grandma did all that work. It sure would be nice to be able to see a video of them. It sure would be nice maybe to read a book or a memoir of them. It sure would be nice that I get to know them a little bit better. Now, just imagine if you documented your journey way back when you first got started. Think about your great grandchildren and the message and the legacy you're going to leave for them. If you are listening and watching this podcast episode, I know you want to be successful. I know you want to make a difference in other people's lives. I know you want to leave a legacy for family, for future generations. So don't be selfish. Shoot a video today. Document your journey, share the struggles, share the heartaches, share the challenge, share when you didn't even know what the heck you were doing. Because think about that. Your great grandchildren one day will be just loving watching these videos. And I'm just going to share something with you. We had something the other day, when the kids were really young in our family, and it was all on old school Beta Max VH. I don't even know what kind it was. It was a cassette tape, reel-to-reel cassette tape, and we didn't have the player to watch it. We weren't able to plug it into the television. So finally, we went on Amazon and got the connection, got the cables, and we were watching it. And we had so much fun just watching the kids when they were younger. And guys, we're talking about just tobogganing down a hill. We're talking about driving the little toy trucks in the backyard. We're talking about blowing bubbles on a birthday party. So nothing exciting, nothing world-shattering, but you should have saw the big smile on Corinne's face and my face when we were watching those wonderful memories, and the kids loved watching them too. So much so that we actually we went on and we found a little dongle adapter, and our youngest, Avery, was able to plug that dongle adapter into the recorder, into the camera, and we now have a digital copy of all of those video memories. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we now have that, and we're going to store them. We're going to back them up. We might even put them in a safety deposit box. Okay. Just for those memories. And that's only one generation. Okay, of just the kids, and the kids are now 22, 20, and 17. Okay, just imagine 3 generations, and your kids and your grandkids and the great grandkids being able to see when great grandma and great grandma, which is you, by the way, were just getting started, and you didn't know what you were doing, and you were struggling, and you were sitting there at one of your rental properties, and you were shooting a little video about, and here's a sump pump, and here's how the sump pump works, and look, you put your hand in it, it's really hot, I need to maintain that sump pump, right? You might be just sitting there going, well, that's not a very exciting video to shoot. But you know what? Your great grandkids will thank you for shooting that video in front of the sump pump on one of your properties. They will thank you for shooting that video when you're having a meeting with your realtor. They will thank you after you've read a good book and you've given a synopsis and a summary of that book, and you've shot a video on it, and you have that digital archive that you can have for future generations to come. Okay, guys, want to keep this one fairly tight, keep it under 10 minutes here for you. But here's the thing. Document your journey. Your future generations will thank you for it. So here's your homework assignment. Here, I want to test to see if you're watching or you are listening to this episode. I want you to document your day that you heard this wonderful podcast or you saw this wonderful video, and I want you to tag me on it and say, you know what, I'm documenting the journey. Here you go, Russell. Homework done, check, and I'm going to make a commitment to keep documenting the journey. Okay, guys, hope you have yourself a wonderful day. And remember, in every encounter you have with another person, always leave them feeling inspired, encouraged, and know that you came from a place of love. Okay, guys, bye for now.